Hello everyone, my name is Ben Golash with New England Low Vision and Blindness, and today we're going to take a quick look at the MagniLink S. The MagniLink S can be connected to any device, so that means a PC, this means an iPad or a Mac. This device can connect to that computer. The device I'm using today is a Surface Pro tablet, which is essentially a PC, but this program can be used on a Mac or an iPad as well. One of the previous videos that we filmed was with the MagniLink iTab. This camera can be used with that iTab as an external camera for the system. That means that this camera can be used just with the iPad in the MagniLink Viewer app. The application that we're going to be using today has a little bit more horsepower compared to that iPad system. To start us off, the physicality of the MagniLink S is essentially a camera on a stick. We do have some controls down here at the bottom. We have this big, large orange plus, which will magnify. We also have some line mask buttons side to side of that minus button. We also have the color switchers at the bottom. So we have over on the left, the natural colors, and then the artificial color contrasts on the right side. On the top of the device, we have these two half circle buttons. These will adjust the LED light on the actual camera, as well as a power button to the left and a lock button to the right. Connecting this device to your computer is very simple. It comes with a USB-C to USB-A cable, and you simply connect the USB-C side to the camera, then the USB-A side to any of your devices. You could also use a USB-C to USB-C if you have an iPad system. This camera is awesome if you want to conserve space on your desk. Essentially, this camera will turn any of your screens, like a computer or an HDMI monitor, into a CCTV. This device can be used for near viewing, any paper reading that you need or writing, as well as distance view and self-viewing needs. So we have this posable camera here at the top that twists back and forth and up and down, and this lens cap here that will focus in on any near viewing tasks that we need to view. The camera also folds up into a very small package that allows you to travel with this very easily. Okay, so moving into the software, I'm just going to go down the line of all the features, explaining each one. So to start us off, we have the natural colors as well as artificial colors. We can press these with our mouse or use key commands, which for these would be F2 and F3. In this system, using key commands is really going to make your life simple. For example, for the magnification, it is just the up and down arrow on your keyboard. Moving on, we have the plus and minus magnification, but like I just mentioned, simply using the up and down arrow on your keypad will increase or decrease magnification. The next feature is super important, and I really enjoyed this feature, which is the overview. To activate the overview, we could either click on this icon here or press circle O to do an overview. What this will do is zoom us all the way out and include a crosshairs so we can navigate our document, press circle O again. The next icon here is the autofocus. Turning the autofocus off is essential if you're doing any writing tasks. So we want to keep the focus down on the paper and not have the camera focus in on our hand, which will be writing. So I'm going to scroll down on the icon bar by tapping this arrow on the side. And continuing with the icons, we have the increase and decrease of contrast. This is simply using the right and left arrow to increase and decrease contrast. Like I said before, there are physical buttons on the camera that activate this feature. Next, we have the lighting icons, which will change the intensity of the LED light on our camera itself. So if I increase that, it will turn on the light and make a really nice bright environment for our document. Now we're getting really into the nitty-gritty of the MagniLink S by starting off with the picture mode. So we can take pictures as well as record videos with this device. We have image manipulation controls as well, so we can rotate our image and mirror our image. Next up is the OCR, which is one of the best OCR systems I have ever seen. We simply align our document in the frame and then click the OCR button.
Ingredients: 3 ounces unsweetened chocolate, 8 tablespoons, 1 stick, salted or unsalted butter, more for greasing pan, 1 cup sugar, 2 eggs.
So if I wanted to pause that, I can press 2. To play it, I can press 1.
Ingredients: 3 ounces unsweetened chocolate.
So this system is extremely fast. It almost does it instantly, and it will start playing from where we clicked, which is really nice for any navigation that we need to do with the OCR system. We could also change the color contrast as well as save and open files within the OCR. Additionally, we can change the view modes from picture to a digitalized text mode, and we could change the speed and volume of the reading. Going back into our regular viewing mode, I'm just going to click the camera tab up here on the top. Pressing that will bring us right back into live viewing. To get more of a full frame for the OCR, we can always click the whole icon, which will zoom out our image even further so we can fit more of the page into the OCR system. Next up, we have the notepad, which is where all of your work is going to be done with this device. Right, so we can do our normal reading with the magnification, but with the notepad, we can not only take a picture of our documentation, but we can edit our documentation. We can highlight text, we can add text in, we can also magnify and turn it into speech. So theoretically, if you had a document to sign or if you had a worksheet to do for school, you can upload that PDF onto the system, turn it into speech, and then type in your answers, answer by answer. Once you've edited a document, you could save it onto the computer as a PDF and then send it to a colleague or a teacher. Once I'm done with the notepad, I can always go back to the camera tab up here on the top. Another huge advantage of using the MagniLink S is that you can do split view mode. What this means is that we can have our notes, maybe in a Google Doc or in Word, as well as our magnification on the top or on the sides. This is key if you're in the classroom setting or maybe in a presentation where you need to be taking notes on your computer as well as either viewing documentation or the presentation at afar. And so that does it for the MagniLink S. This device is awesome if you want a high-powered CCTV magnifier, but you want to save space on your desk. It works with your PC, with your Mac, as well as iPad. The OCR is super fast, and it's probably one of the most in-depth OCR systems I've ever tried. The notepad makes editing documents and sending them to colleagues or teachers super simple. Please check out the MagniLink S on our website, which will be down in the description, as well as check out the rest of our YouTube channel where we go over more assistive technology devices just like this. And thank you for watching.